This team never, ever quits. After getting diced up by Yoshinobu Yamamoto there on Saturday night, you have that wild 18-inning game yesterday that didn't go your way. Two really tough performances, and you'd lost 2 in a row in the World Series, and you were trailing 2-1 going back for Game 4 here today. And you have every opportunity to lay down and die, right? These games have been brutal. The no offense against Yamamoto. Yesterday is just an exhausting game. And you got to face Shohei Ohtani today. And Shane Bieber outdueled Ohtani. And the Blue Jays offense came to life late in this ball game. Bottom of the second inning, Kike Hernandez hits a sac fly, scoring Max Muncy. It's 1-0 Dodgers. But in the very next half inning, Nathan Lucas gets on. Was it a walk or was it? Hold on, let me find that. Right, he singled to right field. Right, over the first baseman's head, cut it off. Teo. Right, remember that one now. And then Vladdy comes up, and he gets a hanging breaking ball from Shohei and drills it to right center, and it's gone. A 2-run shot for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Blue Jays are in front. It's now 2-1. His first homer of the World Series and 7th home run of the playoffs, which passes Joe Carter for the most all-time in franchise history. Him and Bautista were tied with 6. Well, they were all tied with 6 going into play today, and Vladdy now jumped them for 7 home runs. It's remarkable, and the Jays are up 2-1. It stays that way. Now, let me fast forward to the bottom half of the 6th inning, where the Dodgers, with Freddie Freeman, gets a single to start. Will Smith lines out, so you got 1 away. But then John Schneider comes out, talks to Shane Bieber, doesn't pull him. Faces Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch, single up the middle. 2 on, 1 out, tying run in scoring position for Max Muncy. They go to Mason Fluharty, the lefty, who we all know what happened yesterday. He couldn't get the lefties out. But we all know his numbers against lefties. We know Max Muncy's numbers against lefties. They're not great. Comes in, first pitch, fly out to Varsho in center. He got 2 away. Then he strikes out Tommy Edman to get out of that 6th inning. And that right there was your turning point. Because in the top half of the 7th inning, Varsho singles to right field. Then Ernie off of Shohei Ohtani drills one to left center into the gap. It goes off the wall. Now you've got 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. They go to the bullpen, take out Shohei, bring in the lefty Anthony Banda. And Andres Jimenez, on the 8th pitch of his at-bat, on a full count pitch, stays on the breaking ball in the outer half and dumps it in left field for a base hit. In comes Varsho, Ernie to 3rd. You got runners in the corners now, nobody out. The Jays now lead at 3-1. IKF at the dish. He gets up 3-0. Ends up getting 3-1 because he fouls it off. And I believe the 3-1 pitch, it's a line drive right at Max Muncy at 3rd. But he fires to 1st, and they call Jimenez out at 1st. And we're like, are you serious? You have a chance to build on this, and you get a piss-missile line drive right at somebody, and it gets doubled off at 1st. But hold on. They go to review. It's very close, but it did look like Jimenez barely got in there. And they overturn the call. He is safe. We're like, okay. Woo! We're all right. Runners in the corners still, but there's now 1 away. And they bring up Ty France to pinch hit for Nathan Lucas. With the lefty on the mound, they go to that. And Ty doesn't hit it great, but he hits it in a perfect spot. He dribbles it to more or less shallow second base. I mean, I think who ended up making the play? Was it Freddie? No, it was Tommy Edmonds. It was second base. But Jimenez goes to 2nd. There's no double play. Ernie comes in to score. You're leading at 4-1. Exactly what you wanted to see from Ty France there. Exactly what you wanted to see. Right? And then they intentionally walk Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So now there's 2 on. And up comes Bo Bichette, who gets a breaking ball in the inner half. And so they bring in Blake Trinan to face Bo Bichette. And he drills one to left field. It goes off the base of the wall. Maybe off the wall. One off the wall. Who cares? Bottom line, it's a single for Bo Bichette. Jimenez comes in to score. Vladdy to 3rd. 5-1 Blue Jays. Next up, Barger punches one through the hole between 3rd and short. But the shortstop was playing more up the middle. So it's a base hit for Barger. Vladdy comes in to score. It is 6-1 Blue Jays. Vibes are back. A 4-run 7th inning for your Blue Jays. We're feeling great. And let's be honest, 7th and 8th, you see Chris Bassett dice up. And then in the bottom of the 9th inning, Teoscar Hernandez scores and an RBI ground out from Tommy Edman. But thank God, Louis Varland gets Alex Call, because the last thing you wanted is Alex Call to get on, maybe another run score, and then the tying runs on deck, and Shohei's at the dish. You didn't want to deal with that. So he gets Alex Call to fly out to left to end the ball game, does Louis Varland. And that's your ball game. I would love to see Chris Bassett go there for a third inning instead of using Louis Varland for the 80,000th time in this postseason. But fine, I guess, whatever. Scoreboard, you win. But in the end, your Blue Jays win it 6-2, and this series is deadlocked at 2 apiece, and you're guaranteed a game 6 back in Toronto. This is crazy. The Jays are, it's a best of 3 now. Like a regular season series, a 3 set, this is it right now. You win 2 of 3, you've won the World Series. That's where we're at right now. And you're guaranteed 1 of them in Toronto. You're guaranteed 2 if it goes to 7 in Toronto. But let's be honest, we want tomorrow's ball game. You got Blake Snell, Trey Yesavage, and I think Game 6 would mean Yamamoto again. So you really want to get that game tomorrow and give yourself 2 chances to win it at home. But regardless, let's get to the player stats. With no George Springer in the lineup, again, another reason this team could have fallen down and died. You lost George. You didn't have him in the game, right? We don't even know if he's going to be available the rest of the series. But this team came out and they fought. Nathan Lucas led off for this team today, went 2 for 3 and scored a run, because of course he did. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, obviously on the homer off of Shohei Ohtani. Bo Bichette, 1 for 4, don't care, it was an RBI single off the wall, love it. Barger went 2 for 5 and had an RBI. Kirky went 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts, tough one for him. But Dalton Varsho, 1 for 5, scored a run. Ernie, 2 for 4 with a run scored. Jimenez, 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Have a day, fellas. 11 hits for your Blue Jays, 9 strikeouts, only walked the 1 time. But they put bat to ball, as they've done all year. And they get the W. It's remarkable what this team continues to do. Shane Bieber got the start for your Blue Jays. And when you traded for Shane Bieber at the deadline, trading away one of the top prospects in Cal Steven, you wanted him for moments like this. A veteran who's been around, done it in the postseason, on the road. Has he made a home start yet? Did he make a Game 7 start against, I don't know. Anyways, regardless, let me actually check that real quick. Has he even made a home start yet? I think he made 1. Yeah, the Seattle game, the October 20th Seattle game where the Jays won 4-3 and moved on. Right, so he started that ball game. Right, because he allowed the Julio home run. Yes, okay, gotcha. But other than that, his other starts have been on the road, and he went 5 1/3 of 4 hits, 1 run. It was a sac fly. Struck out 3, twice of which was Shohei Ohtani, and walked 3, and that was early on in his outing. He was awesome today. Now, there was some loud contact at times, especially later in the outing, but that's why you give him the hook, you bring in Fluharty, and he gets the 2 outs. Massive. That's the turning point in the game, right? You're up 2-1, you get those 2 outs, you follow up the next half inning by scoring 4. Yeah, massive stuff there. Chris Bassett continues to absolutely be electric out of the bullpen for this team. 2 innings, 1 hit, no other base runners. Couple punch outs, that's it. Louis Varland, didn't like using him, but whatever. Inning, allowed a hit, a walk, a run, but got a strikeout and finish off the ball game. Now, we move forward. Game 5 at Dodger Stadium tomorrow night, 8 p.m. first pitch. Trey Yesavage gets the ball for the Jays. His first road playoff start. It's going to be wild. Blake Snell gets the ball basically, well, it's not basically, it is a rematch of Game 1 of the series. Just because you teed off on Blake Snell in Game 1 does not mean it's going to happen again tomorrow. They got to keep up with the same approach, grind them down, get your opportunities, and capitalize. All right? And for Trey, let's see what you got, kid. Let's see what you got. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the dub tonight, smack the like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for your Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below as well. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys, of course. Raptors edition, here, they're all tomorrow night. So Raptors edition, 6:30 at home against the Rockets. Leafs in Columbus against the Blue Jackets. I believe it's a 7:30 puck drop in Columbus. Yeah. And for your Toronto Blue Jays, Game 5 of the World Series goes tomorrow night, 8 p.m. first pitch at Dodger Stadium as your Toronto Blue Jays. You win tomorrow, You are one win away from a trophy. It's crazy to think about. Best 2 of 3, Jays, Dodgers. Trey Yesavage, Blake Snell's pitching matchup tomorrow night in Game 5. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the dub tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.